Hi, my name's Eli, and I'm here to share 5 tips to help international students make friends in the US. The tips are: number 1, be cool. Number 2, keep it real. Number 3, position yourself. Number 4, find common interests. Number 5, grow the relationship. Tip number 1, be cool. Don't worry, you're done. You're already cool. Johnny Depp is cool not because he's the same as everyone else. People think Johnny Depp is cool because he's different than everyone else. Different is interesting, and interesting is cool. So don't worry that you may be different or speak a different language or have a different culture, but remember that's cool, and people are going to be interested in that. On that point, don't forget to become friends with other international students. Again, they have different cultures, they may have different languages, and this is all interesting and it's very cool. Tip number 2, keep it real. This tip has 2 points to it. The first point is to get off the internet. What I mean by that is Facebook and other social media can be a very good tool to stay in contact with friends and family back home. Just make sure you don't use it too much and it becomes a crutch or something that stops you from making friends in the US. The second point is to remember to do the things that you'd like to do back home. Be true to yourself. Remember that your likes and dislikes don't have to change just because you came to the States. Tip number 3, position yourself. By this I mean putting yourself in situations where you have a better chance of meeting new people and making new friends. This can include your classes, studying in common areas such as at your dorm, keeping the door to your dorm room open while you're studying, joining clubs, sports teams, or volunteering on campus, attending sports games, social events, or off-campus events, as well as taking out your headphones and smiling while walking around. In addition, don't forget there is also the option of multicultural resources you have on campus, such as at the International Student Services Center. Tip number 4, find common interest. When you're talking with someone that you're interested in becoming friends with, remember to keep a balance of questions between the two of you. If you ask all of the questions, it may feel like you're interviewing the person, which doesn't feel like equal. If they are asking all the questions, it may feel like you're being interviewed, which again doesn't feel equal. The best is to go for a back and forth of questions. A simple pattern to follow is to ask a question, listen to the response, comment on the response, and then wait to see if the other party wants to ask you a question. Remember through this that in asking questions back and forth, your goal is to find something that you have in common. This not only makes the conversation more fun and interesting, but it also builds the common interest that you and your new friend share, which builds the friendship. Tip number 5, grow the relationship. Now that you've met someone with a common interest, the next step is to develop a common experience or a shared experience. This can be done in many simple ways, such as walking to class together, talking more about your common interest, sharing a meal, or even studying together. These can be small events or big events too, such as going to see a sporting event together. Remember, one tip for American English is to be careful when people use the word sometime. Sometime may sound like a definite plan to meet up or to do an activity together, but this isn't always the case. For instance, let's grab coffee sometime may be a open-ended invitation, but the person may not have in their mind exactly what date and what time they want to grab coffee with you. In general, make sure that to grow the relationship, you follow up and invest time in the relationship. Bringing it all together. Here's a simple example of how these 5 steps might look. Number 1, be cool. I painted back home, and that's interesting. Number 2, keep it real. In the States, I keep doing my hobby, which is painting. Number 3, position yourself. Since I like painting and I'm painting in the States, I decided to join a painting club to meet more people. Number 4, find common interest. While at the painting club, I met a friend who was very interested in Picasso, like me. Number 5, grow the relationship. Later on, my friend and I made plans to go to the art museum to see some of the Picasso paintings that were on loan to the museum.
Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? I've seen you around for a long, long time. I really remember when you drank